Hey there friends, it's Ree. Welcome back to the channel. Today's pick a card, pick an object reading, pick a crystal reading will be asking Spirit, what obstacle are you running into right now on your way to your goals? What obstacle are you running into in your life at the moment? And what can we do to overcome it? What can you do to overcome it? So I'm going to start off with pile 1. We have, I believe it's a Botswana agate. And what I'm hearing actually with the choice of the crystals today is smooth is the word that's popping out at me. But there's also like this eye on here. I think this was in a previous reading. And that stood out to me. And for pile 2, I have a rough crystal. Also an agate. And I'm hearing this is what remained. This is what remains. And for pile 3, I hear shape, form. So I've got a crystal. Oh, I don't know what kind of crystal this is. I think it's a fluorite. I believe it's a fluorite. I know the color doesn't seem very fluorite-ish, but I believe this came out of a pack of fluorites that I got. So let's get a card also for each pile. Spirit, can I get a card for pile 1, please? Pile 1, and could we get a card for pile 2, please, Spirit? A card for pile 2. And a card for pile 3, Spirit. Could I get a card for pile 3? And I don't think I'm going to turn these over just yet. I'm going to go ahead and let you pick your pile by the crystal alone. So again, smooth, rough, shaped. Those were the 3 words that stood out to me as I picked the crystals for this reading today. So once again, pile 1, smooth. Pile 2, rough. Again, all that remains. It's what remains. And for pile 3, formed, shaped. All right. Once you've chosen your pile, go ahead and look at the timestamp in the description below, and I will see you at your reading. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So, once again, today's question is, what obstacles are you currently running into in your life that's keeping you from reaching your goals? And the pile you chose was the one with the smooth agate, smooth. And your card here today is power. Power. I'm seeing patterns. I'm seeing energy. I'm hearing what's keeping you from accessing your power. I think you already are. I think you're already grasping it. Looks like a young person, like a page in the tarot. I feel that perhaps that you're at the initial stages of really grasping onto your power, and what you're working towards is a smoother transition to seeing what you're capable of. Oh, look at that. See 24. I don't know why the 24 and the I just jumped out at me. Maybe that's your age. Maybe that number has significance for you. But yeah, I think that you've already started this journey. You're already accessing the power, but Spirit wants to help you remove obstacles that are keeping it from being a smooth transition. So let's see. Let's see what else we have from Spirit today. Let's start with the Oracle cards. Spirit, what do you have for pile 1 today? What's the obstacle and how can we overcome it? Spirit, for pile 1 today, what's the obstacle and how can we overcome it? Spirit, what's the obstacle today and how can we overcome it? And that is the oracles. Let's get some tarot. Spirit, for pile 1, what is the obstacle and how can we overcome it? 3 cards. 4 cards there. Spirit, what is the obstacle for pile 1? What is the obstacle for pile 1 and how can we overcome it? Spirit, what is the obstacle for pile 1 and how can we overcome it? All right, let's see. Let's start with our oracle cards. So I already have power. We have the Sentinel, determination and certainty. Something to do with shielding yourself. Perhaps we're working through a protective barrier. Maybe that's overprotective. We have Dreamer. See, head in the clouds, but I don't think that's the message. I think that I think we're talking about connecting and grounding because look, the dreamer's in a boat, and the boat is on water, feet not flat on the ground, feet not on the earth. And we have change and progress, or change and progress. And look at that, moving from the water to the land. Sure footing, I'm hearing. Sure footing. Okay, and for our tarot, we have the Hanged Man. We have Justice. We have the Knight of Cups. And the Ten of Swords. We also have Judgment. I think Judgment, I'm going to leave it in reverse. So that's how it feels. I think these two cards go together. And we have the Four of Cups, which actually fell out at the start while we were shuffling. I guess this was the card. Focus, determination. We have the Five of Swords. So, justice. Again, twice. What am I seeing here? So what I'm seeing here is that there's as I mentioned previously, you're already on your way. You already recognize a lot of the issues, the work that you need to do, but that there are some things that are hindering, and you're not quite sure why. Some days everything flows well, everything goes well. You feel like you're really in your power, and then other days, you just feel like you're just not there, not connected. You don't know what's wrong, and that's just like this imbalance. You know, it's growing pains. You know, in a way. So like growing pains, amongst a few other things, and I think that's because we have, more than one person. This isn't a personal reading. This is a group reading in a way. So let's see. The first thing, for some of you, you've been holding your energy, your power, and you've been protecting yourself, ensuring that you're not vulnerable, and in some ways afraid of what people, where's the judgment card? Do we have a judgment card? Yes, we did. Afraid of how people will judge you if you speak up, if you stand up, if you let others know your opinion, if you open yourself up to what others think of you, right? Their judgment really shouldn't play a role in how you assert yourself. But you know, the society that we live in, we're kind of raised in that. We're raised in pain. You know, being sensitive to what others say about us. Some do better than others at being able to move past that and not let it bother them, and others of us have had that, you know, sitting there within us for a while, where we're afraid of being vulnerable, and so we create this shield, this protective bubble, not allowing others in, not allowing ourselves to be seen, to be heard, to shine. And I think that's one obstacle for some of you. For others, it's you've already recognized that, you're already working on that, but you're still feeling this kind of like this back and forth, and that's the growing pains. That's learning to center, learning to align, recognizing, you know, what you can do to bring yourself back to center, to ground yourself to center, when you feel off kilter. You know, like being on the water, standing on land. You know, that's sea legs, land legs, right? How knowing what that feels like, and what to do when you feel that way. And I think that's what the Justice cards are telling us. It's this balance. We're working towards this balance, towards being centered, and it is a process. This is a process. You're doing the right things. Keep working at removing that obstacle of overprotection, of not working towards center, not being grounded, letting go of this, letting go of the fear actually of judgment. That's gonna release this. If you let go of the fear of judgment, that's gonna help you break down this barrier that you've created over time. You can do this by learning more about it, right? By working towards looking up some self-help books. You know, what is it that I can do to be more confident? What is it that I can do to be more emotionally available? What are things that I can do to be okay with this? You know, the shifts that occur as you're trying to find your center, trying to find your balance. And lean on others. I'm thinking also lean on others. I'm hearing this separately. Maybe it'll come out in a card that I pull in just a few. But leaning on others for support, others that maybe have gone through this, or others that you look at and you aspire to, that you see are very confident. You're like, how are they like that? Ask them. If it's someone you know, ask them. Say, how do you do that? How do you deal with any fear of judgment? How do you get past something that perhaps you're having issues with, that you fear, or that you fear you're not capable of overcoming, because you are capable. I think that's prevalent in this spread. I mean, you're going to reach this point. You will be balanced. She looks very confident. You will be confident. Look at this justice. Also, centered, balanced, confident. So, let's see if we progress along this path. What kind of outcome can we get, Spirit? Pile 1. What kind of outcome can we get here? Well, first off, we need patience to get there. Thank you, Spirit. Is there an outcome we can look forward to? Strength. Having strength. Interesting, the signs here about water and land. Feeling like you're not stable. You're not on the shore. You're moving. And you know, water is emotion too, right? Movement. It's moving you. Being able to remain stable through some of the emotional moments. And one last card for pile 1, Spirit. Barrier. This is the thing that we're breaking through, right? Breaking through the barrier requires patience and strength. It will bring you back into balance. All right. So that's what I have for you today, pile 1. If you enjoyed the reading, please go ahead and give it a like. If you enjoy my readings, feel free to subscribe. That would be awesome. Enable notifications to let you know when there's new content on the channel. And thanks for joining me today. See you next time. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the pile with the rough stone, right? Rough, that which remains. And I feel as if this has been weathered down. I want to say beat down, weathered down. Maybe you're feeling worn out. You're feeling like you don't have much left to give. The obstacle might have to do with, lack of energy, feeling like you don't have anything left to give. You're just worn out. You're tired. You're worn out. So we're looking at obstacle and what can we do about it. And your card is, it is guidance. This is bright star up at the top. Guidance. So, let's see what else Spirit has for us today. I keep feeling like I have to turn it this way, huh? Like it's... There's something here. I know that these all have constellations on it. And this almost in a way, just the spots on here are making me think of that. Making me think of constellation. Patterns, which are what constellations are, right? Patterns in the sky. What do you see in this? Maybe something to think about. What do you see in this? All right. So, let's get some oracle cards. Spirit, what can we get for pile 2 about an obstacle? And what they can do about it. Obstacles they're running into and what can they do about it. Spirit, pile 2. What obstacle is pile 2 facing and what can they do about it? I got 2 there. I'm going to start with 2. Spirit, what can you tell us about pile 2's obstacle and what can they do about it? I think one more, surely. And there we are. Right off the bat. Okay. And for our tarot cards, I'm hearing starting with black and white. The Tarot of the Abyss. Spirit, what can you tell us about pile 2's obstacle and how to overcome it? There's 3 cards here. Spirit, what can you tell us about pile 2's obstacle and how can overcome it? Spirit, what can we get about pile 2's obstacle and how to overcome it? What message do you have for us here? Let's start with this. All right, so we have the Patron, mentorship, and finances. Again, this is pointing towards some sort of guidance. I haven't really gotten to the cards yet, but I feel as if part of this is you need to ask for help, get guidance, get help for whatever this obstacle is that you're feeling or you feel you keep running into. Let's see, we have transformation. What is this pointing towards here? I need to do this one. The song, heart, harmony, and messages. Listen to the heart. Listen to the sound of my heart. Would you listen to the sound of my heart? I know why I felt the need to pick it apart like that. Maybe the obstacle, I think maybe it feels overwhelming. And if you just picked it apart, it might offer you more insight to how. And I see that here too. See, it's missing its head. Start picking apart the problem to try and find the solution. We have rise. Again, I feel like there's little pieces. And plant the seeds. Fertilizer is really jumping out to me. Nourishment. For some of you, this could be related to nutrition, diet. Feeling worn out, so worn out. Might have to do with that. Things are not so black and white. That's what I heard. Things are not so black and white. You'll have to dig a little deeper for the why you feel this way. You have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, lack of movement, lack of energy. I feel like so heavy and so just, I just can't get, like I feel like I can't get up and do anything. That's the tiredness that I feel here. We have the Page of Swords. Looking for guidance, looking to guidance. We have the Tower. This Tower card, like how the house is built. The house is not built on a solid foundation. And most of the Tower cards are, you know, talking about not strong foundations. But this one just feels so precarious. Almost as if, you know, why did you build it in the tree, right? So almost I feel like there's judgment in here too. And I'm not saying I'm judging you, but I'm saying that judgment played a part in getting you to the point that you're at now. Like others' judgments, fear of judgment, fear of taking the steps you needed to take in order to have built the house on solid ground. There seems to be a reason here for why the house is here, why the foundation is not strong. And again, I'm feeling a lot of this is health related. For some of you, there's actual, you know, we're talking about fertilizer and nourishment and getting the right vitamins and minerals, I'm gonna say. There's some of that in here. There's something that's not happening, like maybe if it's like this weight loss journey you're on and you can't get rid of, you know, I can't get rid of the last 10 pounds. I can't get rid of anything, you know, like it almost feels as if the obstacle to that has to do with maybe the wrong type of diet you're on, that it doesn't make sense for your body. It doesn't make sense for you. And let's continue on here. We have the High Priestess. I hear fruits and veggies. But I don't think that's not the only thing. That's not the only reason that card came out. But we'll come back to it. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel I need a few more. Maybe one or two more. Spirit, could I get another card or two? I feel like I'm imbalanced. I feel like there's an imbalance here, and I need to put back in what needs to be there in order to balance everything out. Does that make sense to you? So, two cards. Seven of Coins. Definitely body, right? That's what I'm feeling. Something to do with the body, with your physical body, with your health. And the Knight of Cups. I think you're being offered insight here. You're at the point where Spirit is like offering you some insight to go and get the help that you may need. I think this is really pointing to getting outside help to help you reach the goal, whatever the goal is. If if it's not feeling fatigued, if it's losing weight, if it's building strength, there needs to be some sort of mentorship here. There needs to be some sort of guidance. And that's going to be what makes a huge difference for you, is actually getting outside help. For some of you, we're talking about, would you listen to the sound of my heart, right? The sound of my heart. It needs to be personalized towards you. That it's not just for everyone. You can't follow something that's just for everybody. You need to get guidance that's for you. There might be, for some of you, there might be some energy work that needs to be done also, and by that I mean like internal work where you're clearing certain energies out of your body to allow space for you to heal. And some of that is thoughts, beliefs about food, about the things your body needs. There is learning that will be involved in this process, but the learning is going to come from getting outside help. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us today, Spirit? Anything else for pile 2? Patience. This also came out in pile 1. Although that felt like a completely different reading. But patience seems to be the name of the game here. Wow, I'm really feeling heart health. I'm really feeling circulation, blood flow, nutrients that the blood brings throughout your body. Circulation, any circulation issues. You're going to need to get that outside help, get some mentorship. Find out what it is that you need so that you can plant the seeds and bring yourself back into balance. Anything else for us, Spirit? Actually, use this one. We have the Dreamer. Interesting. This was in the first, again, pile 1. I don't know, maybe if you listen to pile 1, it didn't seem to flow as well. This reading flowed a lot more. Maybe I didn't really touch on exactly what I needed to touch on in pile 1. But maybe you can listen to that and see if you actually get anything out of it. There might be more than one issue. There could be a physical and there could be energetic issue. So maybe the first one will speak to the energetic issue. Pile 1 may speak to the energetic issue, and pile 2 is going to speak more to the physical, with the encouragement to go ahead and get some guidance and mentorship regarding the physical work here. The Dreamer, imagination, desire, exploration. Again, a book. Wasn't there another? No, maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was. No, that was in pile 1 again. There were books. The Four of Cups. She was sitting there, journaling, reading a book, something along those lines. So yeah, I think I am going to send you over to pile 1 to see what resonates with you there, and see how it fits into here. And remember, that's how we can personalize the readings. Again, we're talking about personalizing things, right? It's not a one size fits all, because a lot of again, I'm going back to diet, types of ways of eating, the way that we think about nourishing our bodies. We're all unique. We have so many things that come into play for each individual person when it comes to our health, right? That sometimes if you can't find that balance, if you can't get to the point that you want to get to, if you keep running to an obstacle and you don't understand why, that's when to seek out professionals that can help you, right? That understand it, that have spent their time learning and working with lots of different people and getting more experience. They will be able to help you, right? So yeah, go ahead and listen to part 1 also. And lastly, one last card, please, Spirit. One last card for pile 2. Anything else we need to know? Flow. And that brings you back to circulation again. I think that this will be somehow tied to that. Getting things to flow again. Getting things to move. Getting the nutrients to the parts of your body that you need it. And so again, highly encourage you to go on and get some professional guidance, professional help, professional mentorship towards reaching your goal, whatever that goal is. And a lot of this felt like it's a physical thing, and maybe that doesn't resonate with you. Pay attention to what resonates with you. What were the messages that came out that actually speaks to your situation, and act on that. Act on how it speaks to you. Again, personalize. I'm hearing personalize. And once you do that, I think things will start to go in the direction that you want it to. And that is all I have for you today, pile 2. Thank you for joining me. If you did enjoy the reading, please give it a like. And if you enjoy my readings in general, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications, and you'll find out when the next video, all new content is being released. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the pile with what I believe is the fluorite. The shape formed, right? Were the words that came out when I chose the crystal. And I'm feeling like there's kind of, you're stuck in a box. You're stuck within a certain type of thinking, beliefs. Not sure how to break out of it. And your card is Limitless. Nebula. Limitless. Yeah, I feel like it's perspective, belief. Again, like what I got out of the crystal here. That's what's holding you back. It's a belief. It's not truly believing in your ability to have limitless potential. And it's gonna take you to kind of this explosion of energy to get you, of your own energy, of your own power. They're gonna break out of it. All right, let's see what else Spirit has for us. Let's see how closely the other cards align with that. Let's see, what shall I start with today? All right, so there we go. We got 2 for pile 3. Spirit, could I get some information about pile 3's obstacle and how to move past it? Let's just use one here. Spirit, could we get some cards for pile? That's 2. Look at this, actually. You see, like these cards, I have small hands. It's hard for me to shuffle how I usually shuffle. so I feel like, oh, you know, what can I do about that? Am I just going to try and shuffle like this and be uncomfortable about it? Or am I going to change my approach? Right? I think that's part of the message. We're looking for a new approach here. And the new approach might be a change in our perspective. And one more card for pile 3. And let's get some tarot cards here. I'll work with these. A message for pile 3, Spirit, regarding... Oh, Spirit already knows what we're asking. Regarding what we need to know about the obstacle and how to overcome it. Get some guidance for pile 3, please. Get some guidance for pile 3, please, regarding their obstacle and how to overcome it. 2 of those also. Spirit, could we get some guidance about the obstacle that pile 3 is running into and how to overcome it? Hearing also be picky, be choosy. So let's see what we have here. So, spiritual guidance. I'm hearing going within, recognizing that you have limitless potential. You have abundance. I'm not even going to count all of that because it's a lot. It's a lot. And when you're facing it's a lot, it's limitless. This also might be, though, some of the how you feel about the obstacle. That you can't really quantify it. And that might be the reason for spiritual guidance to recognize that it is perspective. And we have the author. Again, spirituality, devotion, higher powers. We're definitely being pointed to the spiritual aspect of overcoming the obstacle. The captain, taking command and teamwork and balance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Working together. I hear inner child for some of you. Inner child work to help you recognize there are no limits to your potential. And we have make a move. Make a move. Take action. For tarot, the 8 of Swords, perspective, right? What's holding you back? Are you really open to all the reasons that it could be? Or are you seeing it from one point of view? This is where the spiritual guidance and the spiritual work is going to help. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And this, I was going to say nostalgia, but that's the Cups. I don't know. I think I'm still thinking I'm being pulled back to inner child. This is perhaps being kind to that inner child. Being kind to your shadow, perhaps, to help it recognize that you no longer need certain thoughts, beliefs, behaviors in your current life. 6 of Swords, yes, leave it behind. I'm going to leave that behind. We have the Magician, taking charge. Again, just like that, making a move, taking charge. Setting things in motion. We have the World. And in this instance, it's ending this cycle of how you approach this obstacle. We're ending this cycle in your life of how of thinking. I feel it's very much perspective based. That's what's going to move you forward. We have the Ace of Wands, again, movement, moving forward, making a move, making a move. We have the Wise One. We also have the Seven of Cups. And this is very similar to this card in how it's portraying being up, kind of up in your head, up in a certain perspective. You're not able to see outside of that. You're not able to see past the blindfold. That's what's chaining you. That's what's keeping you from progressing. I believe this is a Hierophant, shown as a shaman in this deck. So seeking out, going within, seeking out some sort of spiritual guidance to help move you forward. Interesting that guidance has come out quite a few times in all three piles in this entire reading. Pick a card reading. But for you in pile 3, I feel that this is really kind of, you're going within and working with yourself. You're working with yourself. You're working with your inner child. You're coming to understand your own beliefs and how those beliefs limit your movement, limit your progression, limit your path and opportunities. I do see this as really bringing both sides of you together. Look, we've got masculine and feminine aspects coming together, right? Coming together, working together. And I really feel that this is the answer to how to overcome this obstacle. And the time is now. Like, don't wait too much longer to get started on this spiritual quest, this work, this inner work, this shadow work. Recognize that it has hindered you. Recognize the shadow aspects. Thank it for its help up until this point, and then move on, right? You don't need a certain belief. You don't need limiting beliefs to hold you back anymore. I think for some of you, manifestation, you don't know why. I'm trying to manifest and things aren't coming to fruition. And part of that is you need to work within yourself, because there are some subconscious aspects that are keeping you from progressing. They're keeping you from moving forward. For some of you, I think there's also structure. Structure, I was counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The Hierophant usually is talking about structure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 again. I just feel like there's something there that creating. Look at the Magician. Look at what's going on in this picture. Like, it is a whole lot of everything, right? He's pointing at, no, you two, right? Come here. Or, you two, I need you to do this. Maybe that's not exactly what he's doing, but that's what I'm seeing in this picture. Is that there's a lot floating around in there. There's a lot, perhaps, that you're learning. This is some of you. There's probably a lot that you're learning, a lot that you're trying to put into play, but you don't understand why you're not progressing on your path. And part of that has to do with structure. And I know that that is something that I'm working on too. So part of this reading is for me is I fall into this group, I fall into pile 3, is that I need to create structure. And I was actually just meditating on it this morning, is how can I change the structure of the reading in order to be more efficient, more accurate, to be able to get the message across more clearly, concisely. And part of that would be structure, right? Creating a structure, creating a spread, to answer, part of this spread answers, the what. This part of it answers the how. This part of it answers the why, current problem, outcome, right? So that's something that I should work on. I think that would help me progress on my path as a reader in general, and as doing the readings here on YouTube. Because I've always done it like this. I've always just let it all come out, and then, hopefully the message gets across. So perhaps I'm leaving some of you in the dark, and you're like wondering, well, you didn't quite answer the question. Perhaps to make it easier for all of us, it would be to step into some sort of structure, some sort of spread that answers particular aspects of the issue at hand. So let's get a few more cards though. So the guidance here, pile 3, besides working internally, working with shadow, working with your inner child, right? Working together to create the change. Getting started on doing that now. That's important. Now is a good season to do it, right? Fall and winter. So that by spring, everything is really moving, abundant, getting going. Creating structure so things aren't all up in the air and all over creation, right? Bringing it, focusing your power, focusing your energy onto that the core thing that you want to see progress. And then also for some, it's perspective. It's recognizing, by doing the inner work, recognizing any beliefs that hold you back, and daily affirmations to help you change that. And let's see if we can get another card with some guidance. Any more guidance for pile 3 spirit? Perhaps about the outcome? Healing. I think this is guidance, advice, and outcome, right? Working on healing, working on our healing. Healing any limiting beliefs about what you're capable of, what you're capable of doing. That in itself will provide healing overall to you on your life path. Let's see, anything else, Spirit? Maybe one last card for pile 3. Fire. Just movement, again, movement. It'll get things going. Utilize the words from this reading, the message from this reading to transform. Get the fire under your you-know-what to get going. And your transformation and your healing. And this is the guidance to get past that obstacle. To get moving again. To create the life that you want. To be limitless. Because you are. You're limitless. Get going. Get going. Be that nebula. Break out of it. All right. Pile 3, I hope you got something out of this reading today. I did. So that's actually a great reading for me too. So we're all in it together, right? Alrighty, if you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, and if you enjoy the readings in general, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to know whenever there's new content coming out. I would like to thank you once again for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Alright, bye-bye.